We are all an intricate piece. We all need to be together, right?
One team, one circle.
Well, that's just the idea, right?
There's no I in
For a tear now, yeah.
No, but it's the honest truth, right? So there is no I in team, right? It's all of us, right? And without Scott, without Rick, without you, without me, without Eric, all of us, right? Together, it's a beautiful machine, right? It works well for our customers. It works well for our clients, like everyone. I enjoy my job every single day. And the biggest part about it is the project managers, is my IT guy, is my friends in the back, is Rick, is my coworkers. But the main part is for me, my customers.
So when you started that Servpro?
I started Servpro 4.5 years at the bottom as a helper, right? Stayed focused on the job, learned. Of course, you're going to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But it was taking ownership and learning to be honest with myself, to be honest with my job, to be honest with you guys, to also be honest with the customer, which makes the job so much easier, smoother. For me, it does, right? So,
seems to me the most favorite part that I have of working with Servpro is this constant change that we're dealing with every single file we look at. Whether it's water damage, fire, code 2, clean up after somebody had passed away. It really doesn't matter, but every day we seem to deal with different aspects. Like yourself, you started 4.5 years ago. I started 21 years ago with Servpro, and I've never regretted a single day that I've been here. And it's always been the same thing. It's something new that we're learning and dealing with every day. And not only that, but now we're dealing with the larger catastrophes, which means that we get to be sent to other areas of the province and outside of the province to deal with the new aspects that are going on, such as with the fire that we had up in Fort McMurray, which was a huge learning experience for all of us in the province. So it's kind of nice to know that every day that we come in, likely we're going to find something new that we're going to be doing on the job or any particular part of the city. It's quite interesting in that regard.
So when we did go to Fort Mac, we ended up with 400 people working to help the community with their fires. And our job was to come in before the city was open again. So we were in there for 2 weeks. The place was still burning when we first got there. So there was literally flames coming up and people fighting fires as we were getting tested for our masks in order to get into the community even. So we decided after a week or so of that we would get everybody together from all of the jobs that we were working on within the city into one spot, and we would hire somebody to take our photograph because it was a pretty impressive photograph. So I put the word out on social media, and we had this young lady who did wedding photography in Fort Mac, who said that, look, I'll come over and I'll take your pictures. So we got a lift. We put this girl 20 feet up in the air, and she took a bunch of photographs for us, and we have one of the photographs in our boardroom right now. So then I asked her for her invoice, and she said, I can't send you an invoice. And I said, well, send me a digital invoice. We don't really care how it gets to us. She said, no. She said, you're up here helping us get back into our homes, and there's no way I'm charging you any money to take your photographs. So it gives you a good sense of what it is that we're doing there and why it is that we're doing it, the impact that we make on other people's lives as a result of us being there just doing our job. So, for us, it was a great team building experience for the company, and we left there as a better organization as a result of that. So
I think even you guys went to the flood. That was like a year ago.
yeah.
And
So
also you hired all the local people. I think.
we did.
Yeah.
So we were asked to go up to Fort Mac when they had their ice jamming up there a year and a half ago, and the town had been shut down in the downtown. There was a lot of people in Fort Mac that were out of work, and I'm a Newfoundlander anyways. There were a lot of unemployed Newfoundlanders in the town at that time. So when we were called to go up there, I got in touch with the owner of the company, and I said, well, where are your employees? He said, well, we had to lay them all off because we're not open for business. So instead of us bringing our staff up and hiring temporary workers, we elected to hire their employees, and they worked for us for the 2 months that we were up there doing the project. We paid them handsomely, more than they were making in their original job, to help us out do our work. Ron actually was the foreman on that job, and they'd get up in the morning and get everybody there and do the stretches, and it's a great day at Servpro. It was a wonderful experience. We were there for 6 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, for me, I was there just about a month, 32 days. We lost it. When I went up there, I wouldn't say I had as much experience for getting that opportunity to actually experience a job with that. Of course, I've always showed gratitude for you, and you also were hard on me up there, but it made me, at the end of it, coming back from Fort Mac, which was a huge experience, a huge job for me, one of my first huge jobs. Mm-hmm. I came back here with a different outlook. So for me now, every job I go to, I'm not frustrated. Yeah. It's not hard. It's simple. Follow the steps, and you'll have a great time. Yeah. For me, at least.
That was good job.
The truth is, I love them all, but if I had to pick, if I could, realistically, I would go for bios. And the reason for that is I've experienced loss in my past, so it's easier for me to connect with people who are going through loss. So it's not so much the mess, it's the actual connection with the people. So
I agree with you there on the bio situation. Definitely one of my favorite jobs. I feel like one of the most rewarding experiences of working at Servpro is being able to help my coworkers. With all of the learning that I have done myself and extra time that I put into teaching other employees on how to do work our apps.
Well, you're one of my greatest teachers.
Thank you. Working on our apps and stuff like that, and being able to train and aid everybody else in doing their jobs and getting it done effectively, so we don't have any issues when it comes back to the clients. They can see that we're putting in our effort and our time to make sure that their lives are going to be going easier at the end of the job. And it's overall a very rewarding experience. I like being able to help people, so it's one of my favorite reasons that I work here.
Eric, how do you feel about Servpro? What do you like about Servpro?
I love Servpro. I mean, I'm only fresh-ish. I think I'm just hit my 3rd year here, so it hasn't been too long, but my family's been involved since the beginning. So it's always been there, just directly now I'm part of it. But I don't know, my favorite part is when we find something tough, we find a unique job we haven't seen before. It's these round tables. We get people with years of experience or decades of experience collaborating and using new tools, new processes, and just trying to figure out the best way to get it done. And I love the teamwork collaboration aspect of the whole thing, because I'm physically not on the jobs, but I feel like I get a better sense of the problem solving you guys go through in those conversations.
We can fix that. We can dress you up and put you on the job.
I got the shirt. I just need better boots. I can get it.
You got the steel toes?
Yeah, just need steel toes.
My most interesting job was from the floods in 2013, and we had a television set that a river literally ran through as a result of that flood. So we were just about a year doing the restoration on that particular project. We were involved in buildings that had been moved down from the Northwest Territories and set up on this set that had 3 feet of water in it. We had trailers and trailers full of props from the television series that we had to clean and assess and determine whether or not it could be salvaged or if it had to be written off. We had to work with the people who were actually union members for the production crew. So if anything had to be modified at all, we had to stop, bring in the movie crew people, and they would determine whether or not this is something that they could deal with, or if they needed us to clean or restore, whatever the circumstances may be. We had to rebuild a road that ran through this particular television set. It was really cool. It was a really good experience. And the crew that we had out there were outstanding. So it was another good team building process for the company.
Should have asked to be the background to some of their shots when they got back up and running.
No, I would have had to shave and all.
From my perspective, the most favorite thing that I do in this business is mold remediation. As strange as that sounds, I've got a passion for it and a keen understanding as to what needs to be done and when. One of the most interesting jobs that I did involved a couple who had moved from Africa to Calgary. Now, why they'd moved from such a warm climate to such a cold and damp climate, I don't know, but this is what they did. And they brought 2 sea cans of their personal belongings with them, and it had to be transported across the ocean before it landed here and was transported to Calgary, where they opened it up and they found that their contents were covered with mold from end to end as a result of the moisture that they were dealing with in the sea can transfer. And we brought in those 2 sea cans of contents, and we set them up in our room there, and we spread them all out, had a look at what was mold and what was not. The most fascinating part about that was that we had some indigenous wood of carvings that were made and produced in Africa that came over here and were covered with different types of exotic molds in that regard. And we had to clean these products and make them available for the clients. I think the best part about that was when we returned these items to the client and see them looking at these items that they treasured so much that we were able to clean and process and bring back to them, and see that joy on their face of knowing that they didn't lose everything that was most important. So from my end, definitely mold is a key part of what we do.
Right? Like, I've learned a lot from you, and I'm continuing to learn a lot from you as we grow. The same from you as well, Rick, you as well, Kylie. Lakey still helped me out. It's not even that he has a lot to learn, because he knows I'm Butterfinger when it comes to technology, and I've gotten the knowledge and the experience from my team around me that have allowed me to open each one of these doors and continue to open doors. For me, it's helped me to grow, and it's a beautiful career choice for myself. I do enjoy the work, and I'm sure all of us do as much, right?
Depends on the day.
Yeah, because when porta potties get tipped over,
Particularly nasty.
kind of was surprised when I walked up and seen the porta potties just tipped over, and you already know what a porta potty is, so it's just, all right, take a picture of it now, lift it up, take another picture. Now I got to phone Rick. Hey, Rick, how you doing, buddy? He's just kind of like, it's going all right. How's it going over there, hon? Yeah, we're gonna have to get another crew out here. We need the truck now. What's going on? Porta potties too. I am serious.
Lath and I were talking earlier about where Lath has come from, and he actually pulled it up on Google Earth and showed me a picture of it. So he was in Baghdad when the bombing was happening.
Yeah, 2002.
Right? So, since then, obviously, you've come over here and you've done whatever you've done to get your education. And we're very fortunate to have been able to offer you a job as a result of that. So, it changes your life. And this business can sustain all kinds of different people with different backgrounds and different skills, and give them a decent career for the rest of their lives.
And now you're not allowed to leave.
Exactly. Yeah, I joined here in, I think I remember until now, May 17, 2018. I joined the company. I started. I was just I graduated, finished the university and stuff, and I was lucky to get the job. It was funny to kind of learn all the environment here. Yeah. It was a big challenge in the beginning because it was multiple people there in charge in IT. So it was to understand the environment, sit with everybody, hear what their problems, and yeah, we done 2 or 3 projects. It was really helped the company a lot, especially the people. They were able now access the files from anywhere.
Oh, we were able to change from a service provider who was an outside vendor to someone who's actually employed full-time with us, and whenever we have a problem, it's just a matter of shouting down the hallway or picking up the phone, and you're right there to help us. So we wouldn't be able to function right now without you. We've gone through 3 platform changes, I believe, in the period of time that you've been.
Correct, yeah. Especially with COVID, right? Like when we shut down almost 9 months.
Yeah, from March
We were
to
working from
September.
home. Yeah, it was like a huge help as well when we're done that project as well. And the good thing and what I like here is the people. Like the people, everybody coming every day with a positive attitude, with nice smile. They joking around, especially if in my office, like I'm so far I can hear your voice in the morning.
Good morning,
I said,
Servpro.
exactly.
It's surprising I thought the neighbors heard your voice.
Exactly.
I used to get a lot of complaints.
Well, no, it's nice.
Now the
Like, I
neighbors
mean,
are far away.
you keep the
No, we're
energy
just used to
going.
it.
It's
We're just
it's
used to
nice,
it now.
yeah. So that's the good thing about it. Like every day you challenge. That's like you don't have the same routine every day.